Okay, so in a capitalist socialist system that takes care of your bare necessity needs like shelter, food, right? Even if it's in the most minimalist way, that's how I presented it, right? That is not what happens under the current system. You just said it in your statement. Welfare, you could buy Xboxes and you could buy flat screens with welfare. I think you might have meant to say food stamps. But then if we're going to talk about food stamps, we have to talk about the inefficiency of food stamps and all the qualifiers for food stamps. If your kids ever need food stamps, you better hope that they never got caught selling somebody some pot. Because if you have a drug dealing charge on your record, you will starve to death before they will give you food stamps. Not to mention, people like me, I work during the summer months, and it is now the winter months, and I'm not going to ride my bicycle miles to get to work, in the freezing cold. So I applied for my food stamps on November 7th, and still have not received them. I have probably about 10 cans of green beans left, so hopefully it comes soon. But you can see where this gets to be a problem. People could starve to death waiting on a system to figure out, do you really think that we should give this person food stamps? Low-income housing is just a complete joke. Like literally, it's a fucking joke. There's thousands of people waiting in line for low-income housing while at the same time, there's millions of abandoned homes in America. But if a homeless person tried to live in one of those abandoned homes, the government would come and drive you out. With or without the owner of that property, with their consent or with them asking for it, right? The police will just do it. Take 7 Mile in Detroit, for example, right? They got, just like you'd have to probably see it with your own eyes to believe it, but just blocks and blocks and blocks of abandoned homes. And they have squatters, but the police keep coming and they do the squatters' rights, right? There's been a big thing in Detroit about it that, because they're making the police evict them. They have to give them an eviction notice. But they still do that. They give them an eviction notice even if that property, the owner of that property never requested one. So yeah, that's the problem with that.